You guys can hear me, right? Testing, testing, testing. Not sure if you guys can hear me or not, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do the live stream anyway. Hello everybody. Welcome back to another brand new video. And yes, this is your second king of Five Nights at Freddy's. That's right, the second king of Five Nights at Freddy's here. And of course, as per usual, that I am Golden Devin-Foxy remastered here, everyone. Welcome, and I say, welcome to another video. And it is time for another live stream. So, if you guys can hear me, let me know. But if not, that's totally fine and it's totally natural. But, anyways, as I do want to go ahead and say, by the way, is watch this. Man, look at this. Look how cool that is right there. Like, for instance, like, look at this right there, how cool that looks right there. Like, that, by the way, everyone, looks amazing. Like, for me, basically, that yes, the profile exactly does look pretty naturally good. Like, it actually does stay well, and it actually does remotely actually pretty much stays pretty well, which actually does pretty well. So I'd say that, yeah, it actually looks pretty good. As I say so myself, that it does look pretty good. You know about the toys, you know about the previous animatronics. By the way, I meant to say previous animatronics, but you know that actually does look pretty cool. As the previous animatronics were like on the profile pic. By the way, that actually does look pretty good. So you know it actually is pretty good. Like, the only thing that is actually going to be next, by the way, is going to be the toy animatronics. Like, you know, it's going to be the same thing again, but pretty much with, like, the face, that's going to be the same thing. Like, of course, the name's going to be changed eventually. That it'll probably be, like, a different name, opinionly. That it'll just be called Devin-Foxy's FNAF 2 channel, which is still going to refer to the 4th channel, by the way. It is nothing going to have to do with, like, the so-called it's going to be like another number being changed. But, you know, at least it's not going to be kind of like that, but at least it's going to probably be as less likely to be that way. So that's probably my only fact and reason at this point that, yeah, it is exactly eventually going to pretty much look like that. So, anyway, as I can tell you guys already, and just give you guys another reminder as per usual, that at least it actually looks pretty cool. So if you guys want to join right in this live stream, you guys definitely can, by the way, and definitely remotely can join in the live stream if you want. Just feel free if you want to. Just join in on the live stream if you guys want to join right in. But feel free, as my guest to say, is feel free to join right in if you want to. Just feel free to do so, and that would be pretty much amazing. So, anyway, that's all I want to let you guys know about, by the way, is just showing you guys something pretty cool. For the first time when I turn off the webcam, it actually will show like my channel profile that will be there exactly, which is pretty amazing. And that's actually, well, not half bad exactly. That's pretty well good exactly so far. That actually looks pretty well good. And in this main reason is that, yes, there is going to be like a name being changed remotely that will be changed about. Is like, oh, it will be like Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and Mangle that will get to appear exactly. That they'll actually be appearing to be on the, you know, on the profile pic as well. That they'll actually get to be changed as well. But it'll be pretty much be very interesting to see what the next thing's going to probably be like. Which, you know, it's going to be pretty cool. And it's actually going to be, well, interesting exactly to know when that will probably be the case, which, you know, it'll actually be pretty cool just to kind of witness to see what the next change is going to probably be about. And yes, eventually, as I said already, that of course the number 2 is going to kind of be changed next to channel, by the way. It'll be Devin-Foxy's FNAF 2 channel exactly. That will probably be a different number, but it will relate to the games. You know, it actually will remotely to pretty much be a part of the game exactly. It'll probably be like parts of the games exactly that will probably be a different number eventually that will actually be changed to something very cool. It'll be changed to something different. You know, as I can say again, it'll stay there for a long time, for a little while, before like the number 3 question actually starts giving me a little bit of an interesting dialogues to just to kind of know about like, oh, when will Springtrap appear? Exactly in the profile pic that whenever he'll appear again. It's just that it depends. It definitely depends on how the fact it'll be different, as this point says, and more likely to remotely say how interesting that's going to look like. So, yeah, we're going to have to kind of see what happens. And oh, yes, before anybody does ask, by the way, is there going to be another channel art being changed? Well, I don't usually say that I don't change channel arts differently. As I said before, I might change channel arts a little differently, as I will try at least to do something a little naturally different. You know, it's going to be something different, as I'll try at least to say it's going to only appear from the games. Exactly, it's only going to only appear just from the games of their characters, which that's going to probably be allowed. But other characters, I'm not too sure. But I guess whatever's going to fit is going to fit, at least to know when it'll fit, but it'll make sense. Otherwise, if it does ever fit, then that's probably your question. And that's probably why, regardlessly, it'll make sense anyway for that question. So, not too sure, not fully sure, but just have to see what happens if it's ever going to be a good thing, which probably will always be a good thing. So, I'd say that, yeah, we're going to kind of see what happens, and we're going to see where that goes anyway. So if you guys, again, want to subscribe to is my fourth channel that is only going to be about the finance of Freddy's channel, then go on ahead and absolutely subscribe. Or should I say better yet, it'll become to be is Devin-Foxy's FNAF 2 channel. That, yes, by the way, I will let you guys know anyways again that once I do consider saying that the profile picture is going to be changed, then it'll eventually change. Which I'm not saying it could happen now. I'm saying it could happen less later. That it might be happening less later to know when that will be appeal to say anything that will be the appeal or anything. But once that does kind of happen, then it'll probably happen early on or maybe like a little bit later on exactly to know when that will be the case. But as to say and to be spoken and speaking, that we're going to just kind of figure out what happens anyway and just discover to know when that will be the approach. But we just have to kind of see. We're just going to have to kind of see what happens, and we're just going to have to kind of figure out anyways to know when that will happen. But for now, everybody and ladies and gentlemen, it is time I say this anyway. If you guys enjoy this live stream, let me know again in the chat or in the comments anyway, so that you won't miss a single video that comes straight into this fourth channel. So if you guys again want to go ahead and watch more videos, basically go on ahead and watch, so that way you won't miss a single video that comes straight into this channel anyway. So if you guys want to see more, feel free to be my guest, and feel free to definitely go on ahead and subscribe to this fourth channel. It'll definitely help out, and it'll definitely help anyway. So if you want to do that, feel free to do that, and that would be amazing. So as of now, exactly, hope that you guys can enjoy the video. And oh, yes, before anybody does ask, by the way, about Five Nights at Freddy's 4, I don't know. Like, I mean, I really don't know, by the way, but I think to say in my full belief exactly that I'm only trying to maintain the service and maintain how the character status or from the timeline existence of many universes, by the way, make a lot more sense. But here's my question to say this out loud exactly is that once like FNAF 2, by the way, continues to arise, by the way, yes, I know FNAF 3 will be next, along after when 4 will probably be existing exactly. You know, like I said, I do focus from eventually from timeline to timeline, which that's all I've always focused on, is just remotely focus on the facts a little bit by seeing how the next interesting good thing that will still continue to happen. But as long as I said this before, as long as I say this, as long we'll see what happens, then we're going to kind of see what goes on anyway. Since I do want to focus on the current timelines, I want to focus on that actually is from the forward games, not the backwards ones. But as I can tell you guys anyway, for the best news ever, is that we're going to kind of see what the reveal is going to be like, when unfortunately we're going to have to see what the profile picture is going to look like. And yes, it's going to stay the same. And of course, about the, oh, I don't know, about with like the number that's going to probably be changed. Yes, the number, by the way, as I'll say this anyway, that yes, it is definitely going to be Devin-Foxy's FNAF 2 channel, as you guys can definitely see right here exactly on the camera turn off version of this. Yes, you guys are going to see Toy Freddy, and there's Toy Bonnie, and Toy Chica, and Mangle. That for those characters will definitely recently will appear exactly in pretty much in the four spots where like Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, and Foxy are, by the way. Well, except the fact that yes, of course, I know Foxy won't appear into the second version of the profile picture, but unfortunately, as I said, there probably is going to be the fact that yes, Unwithered Foxy and Withered Foxy will normally just appear in Final Fantasy Phase 2 anyway, because of course, why not exactly? So that's your question. And I'd say that, yeah, it is going to be a pretty cool, interesting dialogue exactly to kind of see what the interesting point looks like. So if you guys do kind of like this look a little bit on the camera off version of this, then that's what's going to probably happen, by the way, just to kind of see what will definitely happen in that result and see what the profile picture will look like. And of course, my face, by the way, yes, it'll stay the same as my face, which that's probably going to be staying as the same. So that's what's going to happen. Until, like I said, and once I get a new once I, like I said, once I will be able to officially log in, by the way, and finally officially get back with my laptop and finally have access again, that's when the profile picture will be changed. And of course, that, yeah, it will be definitely changed anyway. So that is probably why it'll be changed for another number that will be changed anyway. So anyway, that's all I can give you guys, the interesting news and give you guys the interesting facts of the news anyway. So if you guys enjoyed this video as I do, remember is give this video a like, a comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell to be notified. And also, what's really interesting, by the way, is good thing I won't have to change the stream again. At least I won't have to change the live stream again. Exactly, which is actually a good thing. So I'm like, finally, at least that's what I'm figuring out a little bit. Just finally, just figuring it out, bro. Just figuring it out. But anyway, this being said here, this is your second king of Finance of Freddy's that I'm Golden Devin-Foxy remastered, by the way. Or should I say normally that my other name would have to be is yeah, it is definitely Golden Devin-Foxy, by the way, remastered, just Golden Devin-Foxy remastered. I think that's probably what that name's still going to be. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed your 4th of July, let me know again in the comments below so that way that you won't miss a single video. That still comes right into this channel. And yeah, so that being said, hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And definitely, in fact, completely enjoyed it. So that being said, see you guys absolutely in the next video. Bye. See you next time. Peace out as always, and sign out as always. And of course, I know that normally this video would probably be a decade-long live stream, but I guess this is gonna probably be a naturally short live stream since nobody isn't again in the live stream or anything. But I guess I'm gonna probably have to end the live stream anyway. But for those who definitely enjoyed it, thank you, and that is appreciated. That I will be happy on about. So anyways, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye and sign off.